Good evening and namaste to all the viewers, my beloved students. You all are heartily welcome to Genius Lakshya, which is a unique platform for all the aspirants of UPSC, GPSC, NDA, and CDS. The objective of this initiative is to give a very strong foundation from the early age so that students can grow with the competitive mindset to appear the upcoming examinations. So we at Genius Lakshya have been providing teaching, training, and complete motivation for all the prestigious examinations of India like UPSC, GPSC, NDA, and CDS. If you have any doubts and query, you can write me on my email ID rohitsika at geniusschool.co.in regarding any type of jobs, whether central government jobs or state government jobs. If you have any doubts to know, and if you would like to join the session, you can join us at Genius Connect YouTube channel from Monday to Friday at 6:15 p.m. In the series of judiciary process, today we will understand the most important topic from the Indian polity. In the series, we have already discussed on the judiciary process. We started from the Supreme Court of India, then High Courts, then subordinate courts, and today we are going to discuss other important institutions of justice in our country. It is one of the most important. Understand it, enjoy it. This is absolutely a practical content. So, if you don't understand anything, you can comment me and I will get back to you as soon as possible and I will reply the question given by you. So, let's start the presentation. First of all, I will share only one slide to check the visibility and audibility of the presentation. Then we'll start the presentation. So if the first slide of the presentation is visible to you, then my dear student, please let me know at the earliest. Today we will discuss the subordinate courts, part 2, as we have already discussed it, and this is the second session in continuation to the previous one. Okay, so it is visible and audible. So be there and understand the whole concept. So we'll start from the question. All the statements have been taken from today's presentation. So appear the test. You can comment me whether the statements are true or false based on your present understanding. And after the completion of the presentation, I will get back to you and I will answer you. And you will get also all the answers on the presentation itself. Statement number 1, Article 40 of Article 40A of our Indian Constitution provides for free, legal aid to the poor and weaker sections of the society to ensure justice for all. So, whether the statement is a right one or a wrong one. Statement number 2, the National Legal Service Authority in short NALSA has been constituted under the Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. So whether the statement is the right one or wrong one, then in every state a state legal services authority and in every high court a high court legal services committee have been constituted. So whether the statement is a right statement or a wrong statement. Statement number 4, the Supreme Court Legal Services Committee has been constituted to administer and implement the legal services program insofar as it relates to the Supreme Court of India. So, right statement or wrong statement, please comment. Then statement 5, Lok Adalat is a forum where the cases or disputes which are pending in a court or which are at pre-litigation. Means it has not reached to the court so far. So statement number 5, whether it is a right statement or a wrong statement. The Lok Adalat is a new form of adjudication or adjudicating system. True statement or false statement. Again, statement number 7. The Lok Adalat its validity has not been taken away even in the modern days. According to you, whether the statement is right one or wrong one. The Lok Adalat system is based on the principle of Gandhian or Gandhian principle. So all these are the 8 statements on true and false. Now we'll start the presentation. National Legal Service Authority. The name itself implies that it is regarding the service or giving services in the national level. So in the Constitution of India, in our Indian Constitution, in Article 39A, there is a provision and provision for free legal aid to the poor and the weaker sections of the society. So our Indian Constitution has a provision to give free legal aid or help to the poor and the weaker sections of the society. And Article 39A ensures the justice for all. Everybody should get justice, whether poor or the weaker sections of the society. So this is an excellent provision to give the justice for all, especially the poor and weaker who cannot afford the expenses occur in the judiciary process. So this is the provision. Again, Article 14 and Article 22 In addition to this, Article 14 and 22A, 22, Clause 1 of the Constitution of India, it makes obligatory for the state to ensure equality. Everybody should be treated equally before the law. And a legal system which promotes justice on the basis of equal opportunity to all. All, everyone should be given justice. So Article 14 and Article 22, Clause 1 of the Indian Constitution ensures about the equality before law, and it also promotes about the justice to all, equal opportunity to all. In the year 1987, the Legal Service Authorities Act, the Legal Service Authority Act was enacted, was made by the Parliament of India in the year 1987, and it was implemented, or it came into force on 9th November 1995 to establish a national-wide uniform network. That means there should be one type of network. There should not be difference. There should be one for providing free and competent legal services to whom? To the weaker sections of the society. On the basis of equal opportunity. The National Legal Service Authority, NALSA, has been constituted under the Legal Service Authority Act of 1987 to monitor and evaluate implementation of legal aid programs, to lay down policies and principles for making legal services available under this act. So NALSA has been formed under the Legal Service Authority Act of 1987. The objective of NALSA is to monitor, is to evaluate the implementation of legal aid programs and for making legal services available in every state in our country state legal service authority, state legal service authority, and in every high court, a high court legal service committee have been constituted. So in every state of our country, state level legal service authority, and in high court legal service committee have been constituted, has been framed. Now the district legal services in the district level. District legal services authorities, taluk legal service committees, have been constituted in the districts. So in the district level, district legal service authority and taluk legal service authority service committee have been framed, and most of the taluks to give effects to the policies and directions to the NALSA to provide free legal services to the people and conduct lok adalat in the states. Again, in the Supreme Court of India, the Supreme Court Legal Service Committee has been constituted to administer and to implement the legal services program insofar as it relates to the Supreme Court of India. So the Supreme Court Legal Service Committee has been framed, has been made to administer and implement legal service program so far as it relates to the Supreme Court of India. The NALSA lays down policies, it lays down principles, guidelines, and frames effective and economical schemes for the state legal service authorities to implement the legal services programs throughout the country. That is the function of NALSA. Primarily, fundamentally, the state legal services authorities district legal service authorities in district level, taluk legal service committees in taluk level have been asked to discharge the following important functions. What are they? The functions are like to provide, to give, free, and competent legal services to the people who are eligible for this free service. To organize Lok Adalat for amicable mutual understanding settlement of disputes. To organize legal awareness camps in the rural area. So all these are the important functions. Now we will understand free legal service include. The free legal service includes the court fees, process fees, and all other charges payable or incurred in connection with any legal proceedings. So free legal service include the court fees, the process fees, and other charges. The free legal service includes service of lawyers in legal proceeding. The free legal service also include obtaining and supply of certified copies of orders and other documents in legal proceedings. And the free legal service include preparation of appeal paper book including printing, translation of documents in legal proceedings. Now we will understand the eligibility criteria who are eligible for free legal service. So the persons eligible for getting free legal services are women and children, members of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, are eligible for getting free legal services. Industrial workmen, they also deserve free legal services. Victims of mass disaster, if people have experienced disaster, if they have been victim of any disaster, they also get free legal service. Violence, flood, drought, earthquake, industrial disaster. So, if someone is a victim of violence, flood, drought, earthquake, or industrial disaster, he or she is eligible for getting free legal services. And disabled persons are also eligible for getting free legal services. Persons in custody also eligible for getting free legal services. Persons, if a person whose annual income is less than 1 lakh rupees, he also deserves free legal service. In case of the Supreme Court, the annual income should not be more than 1 lakh 25,000 rupees to get free legal service. And victims of trafficking in human beings or beggar, they also get free legal services. Now we will understand Lok Adalats. The Lok Adalat is a forum, it is a platform where the cases or the dispute which are pending in the court or which are at pre-litigation, means the case has not gone to the court so far. Such cases are the compromised and settled in the best possible way in the Lok Adalat. The Supreme Court of India has explained the meaning of the institution of Lok Adalat in the following way. The Lok Adalat is an old form of adjudicating system. It is not a new one. It is an old one. Since beginning it is going there. Since ancient time of our country, India, the Lok Adalat is there. And the validity, the importance, the applicability of the Lok Adalat is still that there. So its validity has not been taken away even in the modern time. Lok Adalat means people's court. The system is based on Gandhian principles. This Lok Adalat system is based on Gandhian principles. It is one of the components of alternative dispute resolution system. In short, it is called ADR. As the India courts are overburdened, lots of cases are there, pending cases are there in our judiciary. Courts are overburdened with backlog of cases, and the regular courts are to decide the cases involving lengthy, it is very expensive and a tedious process. And we know that the courts take many years to settle even a small case. The Lok Adalat therefore provides alternative solution or it devises for expeditious and inexpensive justice. In Lok Adalat proceedings, there are no victors and no vanquished. So there is no rancor. Because the process is solved very amicably. The experiment of Lok Adalat is an alternate mode of dispute settlement has come to be accepted in India as variable and economic, efficient and informal one. So it is accepted across the nation. So we can say that the Lok Adalat is an alternative or is another alternative in our judicial process. There is a recent strategy for delivering informal, cheap, expeditious justice to the common man. The common man should get cheap and informal justice, and it can be done by both the parties amicably by way of settling disputes which are pending in courts and also those which have not reached to the courts. So if the case is pending in the court for a long time, it can be solved in the Lok Adalat, and if a case has not reached to the court, it can be solved by negotiation and conciliation by adopting persuasive common sense. By using common sense, the problem can be solved. Common sense and human approach to the problems of the disputants. With the assistance of specially trained and experienced members of team counselor. So, in Lok Adalat, the experienced and trained counselors are there to give the justice amicably. Thank you very much. This is the end of the presentation. I'm getting back to you and we will discuss the question and answers. Okay. So you have given the answers. Very nice. We'll discuss the answer right now. Doubt from yesterday lecture. Control on subordinate courts. Okay. We will discuss the answer when we'll conduct the session on Zoom. I will make you understand once again. What do you mean by it? Okay. So now I am taking the answer. Article 40 of the Constitution of India provides for the free legal aid to the poor and weaker section of the society, and it ensures justice for all. Wrong answer. Not 40 but 39A. You should remember the articles, very, very important. The National Legal Service Authority (NALSA) has been constituted under the Legal Service Authority Act 1987. NALSA, right? In every state in our country, in every state, a state legal service authority, and in every high court, a high court legal service committee. Have been constituted. Absolutely right answer. The Supreme Court Legal Services Committee. It has been constituted to monitor, to administer and implement the legal services program insofar as it relates to the Supreme Court of India. Yes, it is right. So the Supreme Court Legal Service Committee is there to administer and implement the legal service program. The Lok Adalat is a forum where the cases or disputes which are pending in a court or which are at pre-litigation stage. Right answer. The cases which are pending in the court and the cases which have not reached to the court can be solved in the Lok Adalat. Absolutely right one. The Lok Adalat is a new form of adjudicating system. No, this is not a new form. It is an old form, very old, since the ancient age. So this is an old form of adjudicating system. So the statement is false. The Lok Adalat its validity has not been taken away even in the modern time. Yes, now we are in modern time. Though Lok Adalat is very old, its validity is there. Its validity has not been taken away. So this is a right statement. The Lok Adalat system is based on the Gandhian principles. True. So all these are 8 statements, true and false statements. I have answered all. Okay. So Devang, after the presentation, 8 mark. Before the presentation, 5. So after presentation, 100%. Great. Before presentation, 5 mark. After the presentation, 8 mark. That's great. Fantastic. So today we discussed Chintan got 4 marks before the presentation and after the presentation 8 marks. Excellent. So today we discussed one of the most important topics of judiciary process. Very, very important to understand it. Where we understood the free legal services. What is free legal services? Who are getting free legal services or the eligibility criteria for the free legal services, and different type of committees and authorities to provide free legal services. Also we today understood Lok Adalat, how it is providing justice for all very amicably and very easily without any expense. Also we understood district level service, taluka level service, state level service and Supreme Court level service. How a common man or a weaker sections of the society can avail free legal services. So we understood all this important content. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me online. See you with the new presentation with a new topic in continuation to the judiciary of our country. Thank you very much. Till then, take care. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.